Hello guys, it's Richard Spaven. I'm back in front of this wallpaper, which can only mean one thing, can't it? I'm back at Drumtrainer, back in Berlin, back with Dirk. Hello Dirk. It's good to be back. It was a long lockdown without this wallpaper, I have to say. So it's good to be back. And today I'm going to get into something, a concept really that's just been really crucial to my playing. It's just something in my playing, if you peel back the layers and we really look at, analyze, some technical aspects about things that I rely on, then this is a big subject. So we're going to talk about displacement today. Let's just get straight into it and I'll give you some examples. So you can look at Displacement Essentials 01. That's the beautiful looking PDF that I've made for you. That's what I'm looking at here. So I'll be referencing that. So you can follow along and practice along, and I hope you find this one useful. Right, so first thing is the first line. The first bar of the first line, we're just looking at that. Obviously that is just a very straightforward snare on the 2 and the 4. It's completely standard. Now, bar 2, we're going to displace that snare drum. And we're going to displace it by an 8th note. So we're going to displace it an 8th note later. So the snare that was on the 2 is going to be on the and of 2. The snare that was on the 4 is going to be on the and of 4. And I'm just going to go between bar 1 and bar 2, just like this. So I just want you to think about that in the same way that I'm thinking about it. Bar 1, the snare is in original position, sort of traditional position on the 2 and 4. And then bar 2, we've just displaced it an 8th note later. So we've essentially just moved it across by an 8th note. So it's on the and of 2 and of 4. So bar 3, similar thing, except we're displacing this an 8th note earlier. So the snare that was on the 2 is now on the and of 1. The snare that was on the 4 is now on the and of 3. So I'm actually just going to go between bar 1 and bar 3 and see what that sounds like. Here we go. 3, 4. Right, so I'm going to set up a little pattern now that we're going to use for the rest of this. And I'm going to play bar 1, and then I'm going to play bar 2, then I'm going to play bar 1 again. So we're back to the straight snare. Then I'm going to play bar 3. I'm going to do that with a click this time. And this will be our pattern as we go through these as it gets more complicated. So just the whole of line 1, bar 1, bar 2, bar 1, bar 3. 2, 3. So that's the first line done. Now, not too complicated, but we're just laying a bit of groundwork here because this is, well, like all of my stuff, it gets complicated by the end. So let's move on to the second line here. So we're adding kicks in. So we're essentially doing exactly the same thing that we did to the snare drum. The kicks in bar 1, just on the 1 and 3, just very straightforward. In bar 2, displaced an 8th note to the right or an 8th note later. And so the kick that was on the 1 will now be on the 1 and, the one that was on the 3 and. So you're getting the idea now, I could see. And then an 8th note later in the 3rd bar. So I'm actually going to run that straight away in the bar 1, bar 2, bar 1, bar 3 little format. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, beautiful drum nerds. all around the world. If you liked that video, please give us some love and click there for subscription. And if you want to see another cool video, click there and you see another cool video. How cool is that? So I hope to see you around. Stay tuned.